Hi guys, the objective of our lesson today is to find and cite credible sources. This is important because you will be doing research projects and you need to know how to appropriately give credit to the sites that you use. You can't just take information from a website or an article or even pictures and videos and then be able to use it without properly giving credit to the person who created that content. So here are some of the activities and resources that I've compiled for you. There's a citation poster, and it gives you different types of things that you can cite, like books, reading online, even websites. Then there's a game that is a citation practice. There is an option for MLA and APA. Different teachers require you to have different types of citations, so this would be a good practice to introduce you to that. This is a quick YouTube video, and it kind of shares with you how to search information effectively on the internet. Not just by putting a word or two into your computer and expecting it to give you good information isn't really going to work. There are tips and tricks to search effectively on the internet. This other video up here also comes from YouTube, and it kind of gives you the differences between databases versus Google. And we will discuss that in just a second with our discussion question. But Google and databases are not the same thing. This video introduces that to you and explains the critical importance of both of them. This next video is kind of a short animated video, and it talks about copyright laws. The copyright laws tell you what you can and cannot use, and then what should be cited. Even pictures need citations. This one over here with the glasses and the magazine in front of it gives you some good tips for citing information. It also gives you information on how to evaluate a site. Not all websites and not all videos and not all pictures are good to be used for a research project. This last video down here at the bottom talks about plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you steal somebody else's work without giving them credit. And if you do that, there are lots of negative consequences that can become of that. You can be accused of cheating, you can fail the class, you could fail the assignment. So this video tells you what citations are, why you cite, and what plagiarism is. In this last column, there is a question, why to cite information, and it kind of goes into more depth about the importance of giving credit to websites and things that you use. This one is a quick little article. It's a fast read. This next one is source evaluation. It's kind of similar to this other one right next to it, but it gives you specifically information on how to evaluate your sources and to make sure that you're not just pulling random things from the internet without figuring out if they are good to use. This 10th source here, it is actually a poster, and it kind of gives you a quick mental image of how to evaluate websites. You can read it here, and it does have, kind of some hints as to what would be acceptable and what's not. And to get to the discussion question, while researching for a project and creating a works cited page, should Google be listed as a source? This is something that several students in the past have struggled with, and it's really important because Google is not a source. Again, Google is not a source. So when you're making a reference page or a works cited, you wouldn't list Google in the references because it's not a site. It's not the thing that's actually giving you the information. So here are your list of 10 resources. Over here on the side, you can see the information that we'll be hitting. And here's your discussion question. Now that you know we'll be using this for class, let me briefly tell you why this is important for your real life. As an adult, if I were to steal information from somebody's website or their video or anything that I find on the internet or even in a book, and I take it and I don't give credit, there are things that can happen to me. I could lose my job. I could lose my teaching license. In some cases, I might even be fined for that, and fined means that I would have to pay somebody a sum of money to cover that mistake and to kind of help correct it. If you go to college and you plagiarize on an assignment for a professor, you could get kicked out of school, and you might not be able to go to another university. So being able to find good, credible, and credible means reliable. If you are able to find reliable information, you will do a good job on projects that you do, or just being able to understand any information that you read. You always want to find credible resources, and you always want to make sure that if you are using those resources, if you cite them, if you take them and put them on a slideshow, that you give credit to wherever you found that information. I hope this helps you. Thank you.